signal kosong dari yang ini Expat.
So we're actually at the LTO right now, and Beth is doing the registration on the big blue. There's that little desk up there, public assistance and complaints. Go up and that lady will direct you to wherever you need to be. There's another one there, it says inspection, but I can't quite read everything else. The gentleman there. So then you just sit and wait. You go up there, take the stuff up. There's a cashier inside. I'm not going to go up there. Don't want to make it obvious, I'm making a video. It's actually quite cool today. There are two, let me see, four big fans going in here or more. New television to keep you entertained. It's really not such a bad experience. Everywhere you go, you've got basketball.
Kalim sa cashier, Cecil Domingo. Cecil Domingo Dexter Oliveros. Okay, Filipino. Cashier.
Get your name called up, go up, pay your money. Okay, well, now we're on to the next stage of doing our registration, and we just found out that we've been what?
We've been backlogged. Yeah, because we just received the papers.
We only just received the paper from where we bought the truck, and now we are only registered up to May. So we should have had this paper all that time ago.
Yeah.
And we've been driving.
Yeah, because what happened is we've been texting the in Cebu, and they said okay, we're just doing that, and they didn't, and then finally we went to Cebu and go to the place and then call them again.
Right. So we actually had to go and pick up paperwork ourselves. So now I'm wondering, do we get a set of plates now?
Where the LTO said we're gonna follow up that to the company where we bought this one, because in their system there's already a plate available.
I see. So, which is good, because at some point when we were backing up doing a drop of materials, the plate has been broken off and we don't have a back plate on at all now. So what it amounts is, oh dear, just looking at this as well. What it amounts to is that, you know, there is this apparency that nothing matters, but if anything goes wrong and you're on the road and you're not registered, then the penalties are very, very high. You can be charged, you can be penalized, you can be fined as much as 10,000, and you can go to prison. Plus, they can confiscate the vehicle. So yes, nothing matters, nobody seems to bother, but then we're on the island, and so it's a lot different here. I cleaned off the truck a couple of days ago. Took most of the mud off, but incredibly muddy. Now what happens is we go over, the mud cakes on, and then it dries up, and then you get something that looks like this. Actually, when I had it in for a repair the other day, they cleaned off that quite a bit. Now we're looking. Sorry sir, very muddy.
check the chassis number, sir.
Uh-huh. So I should tell you that what we're actually doing now, right now, is we're doing what passes in the Philippines as emission. I don't know whether you do this in the UK now, but in the US, of course, it's very strong, and you can lose the use of your vehicle. In the UK, it's what's called the MOT test, and of course our truck actually would fail the MOT test. It doesn't have a number plate, and that back light has been trashed, so we need to put it in and have that redone. All blue has been brutalized. These seats were donated to us by Brian. He took them out of his blue truck because he wasn't using them, and gave them to us, and we were able to use them because at the time we were taking the children in to church. I actually do really like this truck, even though my friend Edgar says that we should really go for Suzuki, something else. But it is a really nice truck. It's a beautiful truck to drive. I think actually it needs to have new shock absorbers up in there somewhere. There they are. And you can see the amount of mud that we go through. This didn't look like an air cleaner, it looked like a mud blob, and I cleaned it off quite a bit. But you can see the kind of mud buildup that goes on this as the battery comes in for a load of crap. So sorry, sir.
Engine number, sir. Engine number. We need to open the...
Oh, open the other side, yes? Okay, can do. Let me move this for you. So now checking the engine number. Push that up. Let's take it around the other way so we can see what's going on. So now, sir, we're checking the engine number, yes?
What's the number?
Checking the engine number.
Yes.
I have my bag.
Sure.
Side. This one. The left side.
Now in the UK and in the US, you can go in and you can leave your truck or car, and they'll steam clean the engine and lacquer it as well and make it beautiful and clean and easy to work on. And of course you can have it detailed. You can have your truck or car detailed here. Whether they'll steam clean the engine or not, I'm really not sure. But I haven't seen any service that offers to clean the engine. My thought was to actually buy, it won't be a steam cleaner, a pressure washer, so that we can keep the underneath of the truck in better shape. It really just caked. As I say, we actually cleaned a lot of this, but it really, look at that bit there, look underneath. And it really does get loaded with mud, and that doesn't do it any good, of course. Doesn't make this gentleman's work easier, and too. Now we had this winch given to us by Brian, and had it fitted. Quite a complicated little setup to take that straight onto the chassis, but we just never had time to drop the truck off so that we could have it wired in. Plus, my friend Edgar is going to have his welder fabricate a bar that will come across and stop all of this. So that on the front and on the back. And on the back we're going to have a back bumper that will double as a footstep and a tow bar, and that has to come at the back. Look at this here, look. This is a cross member there, tubing, and it's completely gone. Our friend Kerry, the Australian motor guy, advised that we just cut that exhaust off because it's just strangling it. It's going in, instead of coming out straight, it's going, and they've hitched it onto, so they've hooked it around so they can hitch it onto the back, the back chassis member. Of course, this is where the spare tire should go up, but that mechanism has broken, so the tire, we need to have that repaired too. As you can see, it's been doing service, taking ballast and sand. So what they do is they put that little piece of plastic, I don't know whether you could see that, that's where he's standing in over there, put that piece of plastic, put that onto the number and rub over it, and they get a rub of the number. And eventually I have to start the motor like you do in America, and they'll stick it in the exhaust, and hopefully we won't have any problems. I think Beth is over there handling the insurance, not sure.
Start?
Got to start now. A lot of flies. Now at the moment we really need to drop it off and have this idle control fixed. We're looking at, put the lights on in there. I don't know whether you can see that, I don't think you can. But this idle control is supposed to make it so that you can adjust the idle, but if you look in here, You see that we're actually at almost 1500 on the tick over. Oh, that's British for idle. Yeah, about 1300. It's supposed to be about 750. 750 being the number of revs that you would have to have if you were on a hill start, so that the more. No, I can't do less. Sorry, I can't make it less.
Press acceleration.
More.
Accelerate.
More.
Alternate 6 times.
6 times.
Oh, yes.
All right. So.
Number 2.
One more. Ah, well, that's new. Got to rev it 6 times. Well, that was a relief that he didn't expect me to be able to idle it more, because I couldn't. That idle is as low as we can get right now.
Yeah, turn off,
Okay. Oh well, the rest is waiting for the paper.